yeah, so like when I was doing the first hook, I was sort of like, well, what is like the hook equivalent of like what he wears now? And I was sort of thinking, well, like he wouldn't really wear like a nice like dress shirt and a really nice vest because then he would kind of look like Rumple. Like that's kind of like Rumple's shtick. And Hook's like, you know, he's like an old-fashioned guy because he's like old as fuck, but he's not really like you know, he's like a young guy. So we're just gonna do some layer fills. Again, this is like already starting to be like a different pose. So what I'm thinking right now is I'm kind of just see that was kind of what I was saying. I don't know if I was talking about this earlier, but you like I was saying, you have to be like adaptable. And you know, I'm kind of realizing that like this wasn't the original plan for Hook's body that I had, but I kind of like it. So I think what I'm going to do is probably just like fib. Kind of just like combine this upper torso with the legs. And really, like, what I really wanted was just to get Colin's like proportions right. I wanted to like seem like it could be Colin. I'm just going to move this over here. I know, it's so funny. It's like an insect version of Colin. I have tiny legs, and a huge body. Okay. Just gonna clean that up a little bit. So what I'm gonna do next, let's go back. He's gotta have those black pants, right? Yeah. So kind of just seeing like Colin's got like he's not like that big of a guy. He's like pretty skinny actually, but like guy standards. But he's not actually that. He's actually not skinny. He's really more like. I'm just gonna make this smaller so that I can work a little bit longer, and then I'll make it bigger at the end. He's actually like kind of got like a really classic body. He's kind of like a skinnier Josh Dallas. Like he's like buff, but he's not like that buff or something. I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point. I'm just rambling. I just like thought it would be weird if you guys were just like watching this like really slow paintbrush go while I just like didn't say anything. Or maybe you just like want me to shut up the whole time. I don't really know. If you're this far in the video, you're probably like used to me. Okay, so see now like still a little bit better, but I still think he's too thin. So I'm just gonna. I'm also thinking Colin's got a longer body than that, so I'm gonna take my lasso. And I'm gonna. This is why I made it smaller for like this very reason. So that's that's way too long, but that is about good. Just like a little bit. And by the way, deselect. To deselect, you just do Command D. And let's turn this a little bit, I think. So by the way, what the tool I'm just doing is Command T, and that's free transform. And free transform, if it gets stuck here, it can be like a huge bitch, but it's also very helpful. Just gonna turn oops. Sorry, that's recording. Okay. So here's his pretty little hand. Now I think what earlier I still want him to have like this whole hand on the belt loop thing because it's like this pose is like way too hip casual. Like it's not sassy enough or something. So I'm gonna change that, and in order to do that I have to move the arm around. But first let's just get this filled up because it looks like he's like kind of wearing that like costume for me. Oh, and I got the wrong color, so let me go back. Grab that black. I wonder if I did that. Just gonna like using this to like fill space really quickly, especially since like this is being like such a slow for like when I try to use the pen tool. Okay, that looks like a penis. Let's cover that up. Yeah, and now you have heard me say the word penis. So, fun facts. So I'm kind of just going to leave this like white spot a little bit just so I like kind of know what I'm doing. I want that jacket to be a little bit bigger. It's funny because like when I was like drawing David, I was looking at people's reference photos. I was like, David's like black leather jacket is totally something Hook would wear. Like they're so alike in so many ways, and I like really realized that when I was like drawing, when I was like looking at like what's like David's, like when I was thinking about like Hook's outfit because I did Hook first, I was like, well, what would David wear, and then I'll make it like a million times sexier. It's funny also like David in like 210 or 310 and like 311, he was wearing like such a dad outfit. It was so cute. He had like that like button up with like a white shirt underneath, and it was like he looked like such a dad. It was so cool. And then he's really gonna be a dad because gosh is so real and it's so weird. So I'm not crazy about this. Also, it looks like he just got back from war and like lost his whole arm. But zoom out. Do what I say. Why won't you do anything? Okay, let's just, like I was saying, you know, you want to like lay down the whole shape because otherwise, like moments like Hook's nub, am I being offensive? You know, like that's like gonna distract you because it's like you can't see. Okay, so let's just like delete like the first layer of legs. See, like, to me already this is like so much better than what I did the first time. Even if it's like, you know, it's like kind of realistic, and like I still feel kind of weird about doing realistic stuff, but you know, whatever. You know, and now that now that I'm looking at this, I kind of think it looks weird. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take that, copy it. I'm just gonna delete it. I'm just gonna like start over. I'm gonna put it on another layer just so I have it. But I'm gonna. I think it needs to just. I'm gonna try something else. And you know, because I can always go back if I don't like that. That was way too big. So. I'm also going to have to stop this video again soon, because I have another set of friends coming over. Aren't I popular? I'm not. This is so fucking slow. Oh my god, I can't. Okay. Yeah. So I still really like want this like original vibe. But you know, I'm realizing that like it's not gonna work perfectly. Yeah, so you know, I already like this more. See how much better this is? It's like, okay, maybe you can't tell because I mean I can tell, but to me it just looks a lot better. Let's make it darker though. What was that called? Let's just grab that black. Yeah, so again, that's kind of like I was saying, where you don't, it's just, you don't want to get stuck, you know, because it's like, or you don't want to get like, I guess not stuck is the word, you don't want to get attached to something, you know, like, when I was like drawing Jefferson, for example, I like restarted his head 3 times, and in the end I actually went back to the first head I used, but I wouldn't have like thought that the first one I did was the best one until I actually like went through all of the motions of the other ones. And his head looks too big there, but right now I'm just basically laying down color, just to sort of get a sense. Yeah, let's just give him like Captain Morgan as a pose, right? Actually, I was kidding, but like kind of like this sort of like something about this look. Feet are always like the worst part for me, and like it's when you're like scrolling through my drawings, it's like the last thing you see, and it always like terrifies me that like that's how they're gonna remember them. Because I do post those drawings so big, and I don't know why I do, but it's also just like I'm stupid. So I know he looks like he's got like 7 feet. And he's like, it looks like actually, it actually really looks like he's wearing Uggs, but we're gonna change that. It's a really cool visual though. Okay, so I tried that and I actually don't like. So let's actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna move this down. And I'm kind of just gonna rotate it a little bit. Yeah, it's like floating turd. Oops. Deselect. Yeah, if you try to work with something selected, it just like won't let you do that, and it'll drive you crazy, and you'll be talking to yourself, kind of like I'm doing in this video. Yeah, okay, so I like this a lot more. This is very rough, and you know, it needs a lot of editing, but I think I'm actually going to stop the video here because just for the sake of time, this is already another 20 minutes, and you know, you kind of get the idea from my process, and you know, I'll have posted the final product of this drawing soon, so you'll kind of see you know, where I went from here, but you kind of get the idea of the way I work, and some of the choices I make, and I hope you got like a little, I'm sorry, I'm such a mumbler. I hope you got something out of it. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you want more stuff like this, let me know, and I'll work out a better system so that it's hopefully not as long. Okay, bye.